Hi friends, today I want to share how I currently store and swatch my distress inks and distress oxides. I have all of my inks sorted by color family and labeled, but one thing I was missing was true color swatches. Sometimes the color on the label isn't an exact match, and I really prefer seeing a true-to-life swatch of the ink itself. It makes choosing colors for a project so much easier. There are a lot of different ways crafters create and store their swatches, so this is simply what works best for me and the way I like to stay organized. Feel free to copy or adapt this method if it works for you. Let's get started. Before we dive into the binder itself, I wanted to mention that Tim Holtz finally released labels for ink pads and sprays. They come in both circular and rectangular shapes with small or large text and in black or white offerings. These labels make labeling ink pads and distress sprays or spritzes really super easy. I love these because they're convenient. I don't need a label maker, and they've honestly been a game changer for my setup. For the binder, I'm using this beautiful plush velvet Christmas red binder from scrapbook.com. It's a 2-ring 6x8 binder, and I'm using 6x8 page protectors with 12 pockets per page. These protectors came in a 10-pack, also from scrapbook.com. To create my swatches, I'm using a hexagon-shaped punch to make them a little bit more interesting visually. I start with a piece of cardstock and swipe the ink pad directly onto the paper until it reaches full color saturation. You can absolutely use an ink blending tool if you prefer, but I want the most intense true read of each color. I continue this process until all of the colors are swatched. The only requirement is that the swatch is large enough to punch out your shape, whether that's a hexagon or something completely different. Once everything is swatched, I cut the paper down to make punching easier, then punch out each shape. I keep the colors in the same order as in the label sheets, which makes everything easier to match up. At the end, you'll see I back each hexagon onto a 2x2 piece of white cardstock, but for now I place the swatches directly into the binder pockets. Then I add the corresponding color label right into the center of that pocket. I repeat this process until all of the colors are punched and placed in the binder. Honestly, this was a really therapeutic and relaxing project. I love organizing, I love color and working with color, so this was such a fun process for me. Here's the finished binder with all of the hexagon swatches backed onto 2x2 cardstock, and it is a thing of beauty. My mind feels so happy seeing how organized it is, and my crafty heart is jumping for joy just seeing all of the different colors. This level of organization brings me so much happiness, and now I really feel inspired to use my inks more and create even more paper crafts with them. I hope this video helps you organize your ink pads. This method works for any inks, not just distress inks. So let me know in the comments how you organize your inks and swatches. I always love seeing how other crafters approach the same task. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for spending time with me, crafty friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye.